Hello everybody, Nanny Nana Does. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing good? It's hump day. It is. It's Wednesday all day. Vivi, look at mommy. Good girl. Well, you got a little lick anyway. Let me turn this around. Hello everybody. How's everybody doing? Hey look, Donnie, mine's bigger than yours. At least if you rub mine, you might get a wish. Just saying. So anyway, how's everybody doing on this hump day? Everybody's doing okay? I'm doing just fine. Hope you are too. And before we get into everything, I just want to say one thing. Today is National Voter Registration Day. You know what that means. That means if you're not registered, you don't vote. So it's that time of year, it's the season. So you need to check out your voter registration and make sure everything's tickety-boo for you and everything's up to date, because this time of year is also the season of the purge. So you got to get out there and make sure you're registered to vote, because those red states, they just don't dump 20, 30 names. They dump hundreds of thousands. I think last election Georgia dumped something like 230,000 people off the rolls. So yeah, some of them had to go because they're no longer on the planet. Others have moved, whatever. But others are in the military and they're serving away. So they don't care about that. Now they're trying to get rid of your mail-in ballots because they don't care. They don't. They don't give a rat's ass. So you have to make sure that everything is ready to go. Take a friend. Take two. Hell, I'm not sure how it works there, but see, we can do all that stuff online here. We can vote online. Don't even have to leave the house. But I like getting out to do it, to see the people and see the signs, and gets everything a little hyped up. That's what I like. So yeah, National Voter Registration Day today. So don't forget to get out and do that. We need to do that. Well, you need to do that. I'm already registered. Have been for years. So there's that. So we're going to do that. Okay, and next, I want to talk about, you guessed it, the mango moose knuckle. Now that fella was all broken-hearted about his little conservative buddy there that has been unalived and has left the realm, so to speak. So he was all broken-hearted. Now he's going to pass all these bills about what people can and can't say about his little buddy. But see, that's okay, because he can do that, but he doesn't want anybody else to say what they want to say. Funny how that goes, isn't it? He can say and they can say whatever the hell they want. But Democrats, there's close to a bounty being put out on Democrats. They're being fired and everything else for saying they didn't like him. I didn't like him either. In fact, I hated everything he stood for. But he did not deserve to be unalived over it. Nobody deserves that. I think they deserve to live here, hell on earth, like the rest of us. That's what I think. Only his hell was a little cushier with the tens of millions of dollars he's got in the bank. Not all of us have that. But he's allowed to call everybody else down to the lowest. And actually, that no distinction between RAPE and incest. None of that stuff. If your 10-year-old gets raped, you're going to have to sit there and hold her hand while she's in labor, because they don't want anything done about that. I guess she's got to be a woman sooner or later, right? So Trump was all upset about his buddy. But the funny thing was, he said at the Oval Desk, oh, I don't want to go to that little one. I want to go to the big one. You know why? Because you didn't see anything posted. Well, I didn't either. I didn't. about the Kennedy Center thing they had on Sunday there. I didn't say anything about that, did you? I didn't. So they all went there, but guess who wasn't present? Chairman of the board, and not Frank Sinatra. Yeah, the chairman of the board of directors at the Kennedy Center wasn't there. He had important things to do. He's the POTUS. He had to golf. That's how important he thought he was. He had to golf. He wouldn't go to his friend's memorial. Gotta golf. Gotta get that in before I get that long plane ride over so they can all kiss my ass over in England, because that's what happened today. I almost threw up watching that. It was disgusting. I had to turn it off, seriously. I seriously had to turn that off. They gave him almost the same honors as Queen Elizabeth II got on her last carriage ride. He got a 40-gun salute, that prick. Hope it was worth it, Britain. I hope it was worth it. You gave him more awards and salutations and more pomp and circumstance than any leader ever received. Do you really want those tariffs lowered that goddamn badly? You don't have anywhere else you can go? You're all going to starve if you don't have the United States? Oh, Britain. I hope this was a severe waxing that you were giving them. And I hope Andrew was involved. I really do. But sweet suffering Jesus, really? There's trying to get your point across and what you did. You bent the knee to the mango moose knuckle. Ugh. Enough to make you, ugh. It was a bad taste in my mouth. My grandmother'd be rolling in her friggin' grave right now. And my grandfather, he was Welsh, but still. Whew. Whew. That was above and beyond. Now they're going to have a big state dinner for him. Well, that comes with whoever comes, but still. I'm just grateful it wasn't at Buckingham Palace. It was out where nobody really is this time of year. Windsor Castle. Really glad it was out there. Never got to see any of those holograms they put up on the tower at Windsor Castle. There was 5 or 6 of them, him and Jeffrey. And all the people that were protesting, never heard nothing from them because they pushed them back so far so you couldn't even hear them. You couldn't hear them over the clippity-clop of those 140 horse guards that they had there. Or the click, click, click of the carriage wheels. And what really stuck in my craw was when Mango Moose Knuckle inspected the guard. Charles actually let him go first. Like he was inspecting his own guard. Tell me that just didn't make his little toadstool Bob. I don't know. Lack of better words. So yeah. And so while all that was getting prepared over in Britain for him, and her, oh my God, one more thing. She wore purple. She wore a royal purple hat. That is like sacrilege. When you are meeting the royal couple, nobody wears purple. But the Queen. The Queen, or Queen Consort in this instance. Yeah, that's who wears those colors, not her. And she sat there, or stood there, like she was in a funeral procession, in the receiving line at a funeral. That's what she looked like. But she did get to hang out with Kate and the kids, I guess. Kate and William met them as they come on the grounds of Windsor and escorted them to the King and Queen. Oh my God. I will never look at the royal family the same. I hope there's a really good explanation for this, because I was just about sick. So, back to what I was going to go to. Now that that's all being done, he'll be there for a couple days. The big celebration of life, I guess. That's what I call it anyway. Is going to be on Sunday on the 21st. So, got to see what's going to go on with that. Celebration of life. So we'll go with that and see what's going on. But the one at the Kennedy Center there, the commander-in-chief, the guy that has named himself chairman of the board, and I'm not talking about Frank Sinatra, he has chosen to make himself invisible. Yeah, he's chosen to make himself invisible. He said he wasn't going to go with that little one. Because did you see anything posted about it? I didn't. He don't want to be out there unless the cameras are focusing on him. And that one was all about the conservative boy there. That's what that was about. It wasn't going to be about him, so he went and pouted on the golf course instead. So that's what he was up to. But Shady Pants, sweet suffering Jesus. There he is at the official residence with the microphone. He's trying out a part-time job or second career, I think. Probably make more anyway. But he's, looks like he's taken over the conservative fella's podcast there. I was going to say it'd be no competition, but I don't know. He's trying real hard to be just like him, I'm just saying. Trying real hard. All vocal and hateful. Looks like there's a moratorium on Democrats because now Trump was saying that he wanted the Department of Justice to go after anybody that says bad things about Charlie Kirk. So, does it matter if they're right? They're quoting lines that he said and saying, I don't agree with this. But no. Professors at university are getting fired. Teachers are getting fired at school, or at least suspended. Yeah. Because they said they didn't agree with him. But, the same token, all those radical left people are saying bad stuff. But how about the militant MAGAs? How about them? Doxing people. Going on their LinkedIn. Checking their address. Checking their businesses. Yeah. And putting vile comments on their social media. Most of them, if you're in a business or whatever, most of them have shut the comments off and turned off the address to their businesses and everything else till this blows over. Because it will, because there'll be something else coming down the pike. No doubt in my military mind. But there's Shady Pants in the official residence. Are they paying him what Charlie Kirk was getting paid for those podcasts? Is he going to declare that? Just asking. Just saying. But they've gotten away with so much now. What's a bit more? Right? So anyway, I hope... God, little motorcycles. I really hope that you had a good day today. I'm going to go and put my foot up in the air. I'd like to put it up somebody's arse, but that's besides the point. So anyway, everybody out there, you take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. One of my subs said they've been off for 5 days in hospital, so feel better. Feel better, and I'm glad you're home and on the mend, just saying. But take care of you first. Like I tell you every time I see you. God take care of you first. Okay, Viv, let's go. So yeah, that's what's happened in the land of Nod today, I must say. That sun keeps getting me there. I stay in the shade. Yeah, so let's go inside. Vivi, let's go get a treat. Let's go get your treat. Get going. Get going. So yeah, love me, like me, share me. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to go into the dark here in a second. There we go. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Hangers on, I love you. I don't know what that new hypes button's about, but apparently it boosts my algorithm or something. And then somebody else said, but you can't comment. I don't know. I like the comments. I don't know what the hype is, so I don't know if I like it or not. But if you do hype it, go right ahead. One lady said she hyped me twice. That's happened a time or two, just saying. Anyway, take care of you first. I love you all. Oh, it won't turn off.